Hey guys, welcome to Zero to Inverted Hero. So, I mean, it's completely normal to come into Jiu-Jitsu and then you realize you're not made to be inverting. And today I want to go through some simple, easy progressions that you can do so that you finally can start to go into inverted positions, okay? So first thing we're going to do here is getting used to the inverted position. And I like to always start warming up a little bit by rolling back and forth, just getting used to this motion where I'm curving my back. And eventually what I want to do is start looking for a position where I can stay, okay? If you want to use your hands to post on the sides, like use your elbows and post your hands on the hips, then you can keep yourself in this position for a longer time, okay? What you're going to notice straight away is that you might not reach all the way to the floor at first, so you might have to find this relaxing kind of position where, okay, I can feel it, move a little from side to side, and eventually you're going to feel that your legs can start coming a little bit lower down as you go. And so what I want you to start doing from this position is experimenting with bringing both of your knees to one side and shifting to the other side. So basically what you're getting used to here is moving your weight from one shoulder to the other shoulder, okay? Eventually what we're going to do is get used to rolling back and falling to the side. And the important part here is really tucking yourself as much as possible. So you're going to roll up and fall to the side. Roll up and fall to the side. So the next thing we're going to do here is the opposite of what we just did. So we're going to start to roll from the sitting position, and then from there on, it's not so important how you end up, but the important part is getting used to this, okay? So there's mainly two ways of doing this. One is trying to tuck so that your shoulder comes close to your thigh here, and you're basically becoming a ball, right? So when you're doing this, you're going to try to move over to your side. I like to help myself with this back leg to create some momentum. So you're kind of kicking this to help yourself come up here. And at the same time, you can also push first onto the floor here if you want to, and then kick over, okay? So here, bringing it tight, I'm going to use either the leg first to kick and then kick over, or just kick all the way over here and come into the inverted position, okay? Once I'm here, I just want you to focus on rolling out and then coming back to practice the same motion here again. So tight over my shoulder here and then out, okay? And so the next natural thing to do is start to go in for the full roll. And so what we're going to do now is basically start from the position that we just did, roll over to our shoulder here, and watch how I'm shifting my weight from my right shoulder to my left shoulder and all the way. So I'm coming up into the sitting position on the other side, okay? Same thing back. I want to get used to doing this on both sides. So I'm going to go grab my thigh, or even you can do this variation where you bring your arm behind here and going over your shoulder. I feel this one is perhaps even more perfect for those guys who feel a little bit too stiff on leaning forward. So this might be an easier variation to come over all the way. But if you can manage, because it's more relevant for Jiu-Jitsu, is to keep your arms in front of you. Because what you're going to be doing is you're going to be grabbing legs, you're going to be grabbing lapels, and keeping your arms in front of you when you're doing this, okay? This next variation is a little bit more for the advanced guys. And so hopefully you've practiced a couple of repetitions on the last exercises that I just showed. And now you're ready to put it up a little bit to the next level. So this one is how to side roll when you're in a laying position here, okay? So first off, you got to get used to hip escape and shrimping, because this is all basically the first movement that you have to do to get into the inverted position, okay? Now, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to step over with this top leg here. And when I'm stepping over with this top leg, I'm also lifting my hips up and bringing my head underneath it. So I'm going to go here and go in, okay? So you might want to practice just this little micro movement where you're using this leg to come up and go in. What you will notice straight away is the angle of my body. If I'm too straight like this, obviously it's going to be a really far way down for my head to go underneath my legs, okay? So I already want to be in this shrimped up position here where my head is as close to my legs as possible. So when I step, I go into inverted position. Now, once you get used to that, you want to get used to doing the same thing in reverse, meaning I'm going to go here boom, step on the floor, and roll out into a laying position. Okay, same thing back. I'm going to go inverting, boom, step, and out. Okay, so now you have the easy variation where you're just rolling on the side here, and you have the more advanced variation where you're laying on your back. So now we're going to be using the wall to help ourselves to do both of the movements we just did. And so starting with the basic one, we're just going to do side rolls. And this is also really nice if you're having struggles with using your legs on the floor. And so this wall can help you kind of step your way all the way through the side roll. So here, walking all the way through and coming back. So here and so on. Now, same thing applies for the more advanced version here. I can use my leg on the wall. So let's say I'm walking from the back. I'm gonna go here, here, and so on. Okay, guys, so the next one here is using a friend basically to do the same movement that we just did, and we can do both variations with a friend here. So come a little bit closer here. So I'm gonna wrap both, or put my legs on both sides of one leg here. And so let's do the sitting one first. This scenario, I'm gonna be looking to bring my forehand in front of his shin here. So I'm basically hooking in the front, and now I'm gonna roll over my shoulder. And as I'm rolling, I wanna switch which leg is in between his legs. So I'm gonna be going here, boom, and switching. So I put my left leg in, and bring my right leg out, and then swing to come up in the top position here again. So to the other side, forward, boom. So here, I'm gonna go in with this arm this time, because I'm going this direction. So here, and I can also use this arm here to grab the back of his leg here to help myself pull myself in. Bring this other leg in, other leg out, and now I'm sitting, okay? Let's say from a laying position, like I said before, this is more advanced, so you have to get used to the first one first. Now I'm doing practically the same thing, but I'm laying down on both ends here. So I'm going here, boom, boom, okay? Now, a different variation, a very fun one, we call this around the world, mainly because you're just gonna be swinging around his legs like crazy. And we always had a challenge on doing this the fastest way possible. So, same principle, I'm gonna do the first variation here. So, hooking from his leg, going through, switching, and this time I'm gonna be kicking this leg as much as possible. So I end up on the back side of Christian, okay? So once I'm here, I'm basically on the same thing, but just behind him. So I'm gonna go here, boom, swing my leg, here, switch, swing my leg, here, switch, swing my leg, here, switch, swing my leg, and so on, okay? Whew, getting busy. And so this one is, let's try. From a laying position, it's a lot harder because you don't have the same momentum. So if you can manage to do that, please do send me a video of it. But I've never tried or never really practiced it. So those are my basic, how should I say, not necessarily basic, but that's my progression on how to do the side roll. And I feel like once you've gone through all these steps and you manage to master them a little bit, you'll be much better off.